Prudence demands that we have to go a little deeper and to find out as to whether there is really any discrimination which has agitated us all and made us assemble in this hall to discuss that why are Kashmiris being discriminated.
We can't sacrifice facts at the altar of political correctness. If we have to be conscious, as Ijaz said, we have to be conscious of what has happened to us and how this whole engineering has taken place. So we have to slightly go back in history and get a real perspective of what is happening to us now. The Reading Room Party mutated into the only national institution we all helped create through unending sacrifices, the great and mighty National Conference, which later metamorphosed into government and the ultimate arbiter of our destinies, channeling the same sentiment that we are talking about in today's seminar. That makes the difference. Greater Kashmir, in my humble opinion, is only the second national institution, though of a different and a nobler kind, in the last century that Kashmiris have been able to establish.
Again, has to be seen in the context in which this equality has to be applied. For instance, particularly in our country, there have been groups of people who have been discriminated against throughout the ages, and for them, certain provisions have been made by the framers of the Constitution.
The contention that the candidates belonging to Kashmir do not possess required merit is totally misplaced. The reasons lie obviously not in lack of merit but somewhere else.
People like Mangat Rai, ICS, Nirmal Mukherjee, ICS, P.K. Dave, IAS, and then late Sushil Banerjee. And then our own officers from the state. Some of you will be surprised to know that we have a sound civil system, service system here in the state also. Maybe the majority was from that community which were educated well, who had the facility of education better. It was another thing that after the Lancet Commission, we, the Muslims, particularly in the valley, became educated. And
Shafi Saab wants amendments, but there were directions from Sheikh Saab. Sheikh Ghulam Rasool should be remembering it for everything, that there should be the interests of the Kashmiri Muslims should be watched. It happened only after 2006. The recruitment is as per the population. There is absolutely no in earlier sessions also earlier, but it started only 2006. Why only after 2006? The question arises: has our IQ got down after 2006 only?
Reservation has a very deep social implications. We cannot probably do away with it. Jawaharlal Nehru was a covering
revenue administration. Similarly, prior to that, Sikhs when came, there was total discrimination, and that reflected even in the punishments that were awarded to the offenders, native offenders. Suppose a Sikh would kill a native. I'm just coming to the point. So the point is that the solution, you have to project a solution, and the solution, according to me, would be that we have to pool our efforts, come to the streets as Jammu people do, because government is not going to make amendments. As Qazi Sahib has rightly put it, it's a political intervention. Our political bosses, they are not bothered about making any amendments.
Grateful all of you that you came and participated, and this will go on in the next session also. But having said that, I think that this is the way to debate such issues. I would not agree with my friend Professor Ahad, which said that we should come on streets. We have come enough on streets, and we have also had the response from that. This is the time of constitutionalism, number one. Number two, you have seen that Right to Information Act, which is so vigorously being implemented at the national level and is also being implemented in the state. Therefore, many things will not remain behind the scenes or behind the veil.
There are imbalances, disparities in those services. And the second category would be generally the recruitment in public administration. So I feel since morning, as the presentations have been made, with reference to services in the government, where we feel that there are certain discriminations made implicitly or explicitly in the appointments. This has been a debate, particularly over the 2 years, and
we are still talking of the same thing. We are essentially running in circles. Either nothing has changed or we have failed miserably. In 2009, we are saying the same things. We are raising the same issues. The context, the contours may be different. But the facts remain. I'm not going to question any fact in terms of number of people that the service recruitment has happened. I just heard Professor Nisar Ali on some numbers at various levels. I will not dispute any fact. If today the Finance Secretary, the Planning Secretary, the Power Secretary, the Chief Secretary are not Kashmiris, this is a fact. If today only X% of Kashmiris get into the services, that is a fact. I can enlarge the debate and say
for certain by our experience that there has always been a hidden hand which has led to reduced access to government service for Kashmiris. This was so even when the memorandum was presented to Lord Reading, when Kashmiris wanted that they should have, Kashmiri Muslims wanted that they should have better representation in services. The fact at that time perhaps was that there were people available, whatever numbers, who were denied access. We also know in 1949, perhaps the first or one of the first problems which Sheikh Sahab faced with Government of India was appointment of Daatwalas. Babu Jagjeevan Ram was perhaps Deputy Minister of Posts, and 13 postmen, Daatwale, were appointed. Out of 13, there were 12 non-Muslims and one was a Muslim. And Sheikh Sahab, in his letter addressed to the Prime Minister, said that I am ashamed. How can I face my people if they can't even be accepted as Dakiyas in this country? That is the level he took the debate.
Otherwise, there are many kinds of services being provided. Somebody spoke of allocation of funds and so on and so forth. Whether that would fall in the category of the services or regionalism and so on and so forth, I really do not know. But I have a feeling that perhaps the organizers had in mind was the discrimination in the government services. But I'd like to go a step further here. When we talk of discrimination in government services, it's also important for us to know at what level we are talking of discrimination. I know for certain that at class 4 level, perhaps there is no discrimination. Kashmiri Muslims are class 4 people. Our society is class 4. Our everything is class 4. We're talking of that. Very lot of people, Muslims, peons, safai walas, gardeners. Why it is so? I have a reason to say for that.
Is that there is generally a feeling that there is discrimination and that this needs to be remedied. The Public Service Commission may have given various reasons why it happens, but the question is that there is a sense of discrimination, and I think that the government of J&K, the government of India, need to address this issue because this is a very dangerous perception. India has changed.